Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. So today I want to talk about the sensory part of the Expressive Therapies Continuum. This is a very early level that you can do. If you have young children, you want to be safe, even infants in hospital. If you were doing kinetic, we were doing a lot of finger paint. You might even make it scented. If you're worried about toxicity, like I said, if you have like a 1 and 2-year-olds, they put their hands in their mouth. I know of our therapists who have used different types of pudding, like chocolate pudding and vanilla pudding, and they were able to make, their finger paints like that. But if you're getting older, anywhere in life, there are reasons to go back to the kinesthetic level if you are working through trauma, it can elicit some pre-verbal memories. Also, if you have a lot of pent-up tension, you can really release that from your body, not by, writing a nice little word chart bubble. Those are great. But you might want to actually, do a spin or, do huge, giant drawings of scribbles. Those are great kinetic levels. And to add a sensory element, you can use any of the 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. But what I really love about the sensory and kinetic level is that it's the go-to for trauma, partly because you can be really tightly rigid and just moving and getting everything out without something you're trying to make can be great. So you can release a lot of tension by just taking some clay. I have some Play-Doh over here. And like I said, you don't need to make anything with it. They can't sit still. They really don't have the attention span to be making your drawings. These are all classic symptoms of trauma. You can keep them moving by giving them like clay. You can roll it up. You can make little spheres out of it if you don't like the rolls. You can smash it, absolutely smashing, tearing, ripping. These are all great things you can do on a kinesthetic level. Get the tension out. Some other things that you can do is, if you are more into the drawing, I have a bunch of scented markers that I keep in my bag. It's just another element there. Here I have, from my childhood, a gingerbread ornament. It's made from real gingerbread. It smells like real gingerbread. I'm sure you could eat it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Also, scents. You can light a candle, like this snickerdoodle candle, and you can smell it while you're working, you're feeling. Depending on your client, you might want to have a candle going and have them close their eyes and really focus on feeling it, touching it, smelling it, moving around with it. You can also have a spray on something like this. This is like a pillow spray. One of my favorite activities that I did at camp was we used dye on shaving cream, and we used the shaving cream then to dye these coasters. And the smell was great. The smell reminded a lot of people of their dads, which may be a good thing in your situation. Really, how I first came across trauma-related art therapy was I was an art student at school, and I was looking at painting classes. I took ceramic classes, and I was looking at what other classes they have, and they had paper making. And I went, you're kidding me! After all these years, we still have to make paper, like a whole class about it, And it turns out that printer paper you get is very different than paper making, and paper making has a huge following for trauma. When you're so in your head, dissociation can happen. It can be really grounding and soothing, almost a way of meditating. If you just have your hands in something, tactile, sensual things that are great for trauma, really be in the moment. So you do a lot of paper making. It's really wet. You rip a piece of paper. I wish I had a way to show you, but I haven't taken that class yet. But mask making is my absolute favorite. You will see a video soon, if I haven't already posted a video. But using that plaster to make masks is absolutely fantastic for trauma work. And then you can decorate the mask. Go up that ETC level towards that cognitive and symbolic level. Draw the outside represent you. The inside is your hidden feelings. There are lots of different things you could do with masks with this side versus that side. You could put the mask in half and do it that way. People have used them for eating disorders to show if you weren't focusing on your eating disorder, what might you be focused on. I see it a lot with PTSD. There was a really great exhibit in the New York Times of all these masks that veterans made of PTSD. Also, victims of sexual assault tend to do well with mask making because several of those clients have said they felt like they were wearing a mask, that they were pretending to be someone that they didn't feel like was true to them. And so that's a great use of mask, again, showing outside versus inside. Masks can be great to express and discover a variety of emotions. If you have young children, you may do happy ones and sad ones and angry ones. You can do a role play with them. You can always role play with the mask. You want to add an extra level like drama therapy to it. But they're just really good at all that. So I really would say, if you're doing trauma, you might have to do top down to get to this release of emotion. You might start bottom up where, you'd be lucky if you can get a piece like this. This is what my roommate made as a leaf on the back. There's like 2 different textures. It's pretty cool. I really like that. Then you may just find yourself playing with Play-Doh for a while, and that's okay. And you can do a lot of things with tactile Play-Doh over something resistive like a marker. You could make animals that are symbolic of you or your family. A lot of things you can make with the clay. You can make 3D sculptures of feelings if you want to go to the affective level while still having this more tactile, kinesthetic element. It's really, the possibilities are endless. Ceramics, like I said, can also be a good place to go. Not much usually as paper making, but they definitely have a following there as well. So if you're looking at reasons for the kinesthetic level, either for young children who haven't developed past it, or for adults you might want to bring back down to that level, every part of the ETC has a rhyme and a reason and a use. So stay tuned for more information. Goodbye.